Hello everyone, welcome back to Fiber Floozie Crafts. This is Jill, also known as Blossom. So it is December the 29th of 2020, so we're coming down to it, guys, and wow, what a day. So welcome back to my channel, welcome back to the She Shed. What a great year I've had in this She Shed. So many things as I look back as to the end of the year and what's been going on. It's like, I really cannot complain about my year. Yeah, it's been a sucky year as far as the COVID and all of the things, even my daughter had it, and it's just been, all of that's been awful, granted, but all in all, I feel like I've had a really very blessed year. So yeah. So this might be the last in the She Shed for the year. And I do have a lot to tell you. Now my heaters keep coming on. Just so you know, there may be some heater noise, but that's because it's sleeting right now. So those of you that are new, I thought I'd do a end of the year introductory. And that is, I am in West Texas, so I am halfway between Wichita Falls and Abilene, about 4 hours from Dallas, about 5 to 6 hours from Austin. We are considered West Texas, but we're more of a north and west. There we go. So that place is where I am. Winter weather is not usual here in Texas, but we don't get a lot of it. We may get 1 or 2 days and then it melts and it goes away. So we don't get a ton of winter weather. Normally though, the thing that happens with us for some reason is that we get cold and we get rain. So then we get freezing rain. And that's what we've got going on out there today. But I've already walked. So what else? I knit. I crochet. I use a happy planner. I do paper crafts. I have started doing some paper crafts. I've started to make some cards and things, so I'm looking forward to getting more into the paper crafts. I have done cross stitch in the past. That's not something that I decided that was something that I wasn't going to do. Patience wise, I was not going to sit down and do that. I would rather not have something that would take so long to get satisfaction out of finishing something. Yeah, I don't enjoy the process of cross stitching, but I loved it when I was younger. It's just now I have become where I just don't think that I want to do that much of it. And before I forget, I do have an announcement about the Christmas in the She Shed, so y'all don't go away. If you're like getting bored with everything here, I do have an announcement, so stick in there. So mainly I knit and crochet. I plan in my happy planner, and I do other things. I like to cook. I walk every day, and I like to do videos of my walks, because we have about 120 acres here that I walk on, and I try to walk every single day, anywhere between 30 minutes to an hour a day. And so I collect yarn, I collect books, so the magazines and the knitting books and crochet books, I collect those. Patterns, I have stacks and stacks of patterns. I collect other things. I collect are like Fire King. I don't know if anybody knows what that is, but it was a branch of Corning. So it was dishware that was made by Corning, and I have quite a bit of it. I haven't bought anything in a while, but It's because I don't have that much room. But I do have quite a bit of the Fire King, and I don't have a whole lot of the jadeite because that was a little harder to come by. Jadeite is not easy to get, so it was the one that is the green glassware. So anyway, that's just a few things about me. I grew up as a military brat. My parents divorced when I was 11. My daddy was a truck driver. My mama was a blackjack dealer. Bet you didn't know that about me, some of you who've been with me for a while. And I grew up all over the place. California, Nevada, Mississippi, Texas, Washington State, Germany. Where else have I lived? I've lived in a lot of places and been to a lot of places, and I'm very fortunate to have been in all those places. So mom remarried, and dad is ex-military. He was Air Force, and that's why we were in Germany. So we started walking in Germany, and I think my love of walking, that's where that began, was because we used to do the Volksmarches, where you would get a ribbon and a little medal every time you did a march. So anyway, that's a little bit more about me. We have currently we have 10 cows. Well, we have 7 cows and 3 bulls. So how that happened was 2 of those bulls were born here. One of them we brought out here because our first bull that we had passed away. He was a lot older than we thought. His name was Tiny. And our second bull, Double, he doubled our herd. We went from the 5 we went from 4 to 8. And then we had another one born, which was Rin Tin Tan. And some of you that have been following me did not know, we found out the other day that Rin Tin is a bull. So we now have 3 bulls. And then we brought Red, who's the one that got away not long ago, and he's the one that Mr. Fiber calls the red-headed stepchild. He's going to go first. He will be the first one that we are going to get rid of, but he has done his job, and we have 4 cows that are with calf. So won't be long, and we are going to be in the money finally. We've built up to where we have 10 now, but we're going to probably sell some calves in the spring. So that's exciting for us too, where it's finally making us some money that we're doing. We also have 2 horses and a donkey, and we have now 1 dog. So I did want to get into this really good. One of the reasons I had not podcast this week was because I have been pretty bummed out. I had to put our old dog, Aridin, that she's in my videos, I had to put her down on Monday. She was 15. She was a Golden Pyrenees. And in my last day of Christmas in the she shed, I posted a video, and in that video, that was her last walk, the last one that she did around the farm, which was about, it's getting close to 3 weeks ago now. And I held on to that video because I kind of hoped that she would go walking again, but she just, the last 2 weeks of life, she just did not want to walk. And she was having seizures. So she would get up and she'd have a seizure, and she'd walk across the yard and she'd have another seizure. And so they were getting so close together that I knew that quality of life was just no more. And it was time. And she was so confused that she would wander. She wandered up in front of my car one day, and it was like she didn't know where she was. And so it was bad. So it was tough, but as a animal parent, we have to do things sometimes, and we really don't want to do those things, but they have to be done. And one of those is when it's time to go, we have to do that for them, because they don't know when to give up sometimes. You know, they just don't they're waiting for it to happen. Well, they're not waiting. They're just surviving until it happens. And we have to make the decision as to what that quality of life is like. And I could not wait any longer watching her as I have, because I'm here every day. So she is gone, but she had the best life. And Mr. Fiber and I say all the time that we want to come back as one of our animals because we treat them so good. My dad is home. He was here for Christmas and he got home safely. So I want to make sure and let you all know he is home. It was a tough drive back. Now, he made it up here in one day, but he took 2 days to get home. There was snow on the other end of that going back to Colorado. So he made it all the way to Raton. Raton Pass was covered in fog, so that was grueling. And then he got past the fog and right into the snow, and there was 4 to 6 inches of snow all the way back home. So, but he's home and he's resting. He's getting over the trip. And he has another trip to go to, but the next time he gets to fly. But we had a wonderful visit. We had a wonderful Christmas, and so Christmas in the she shed. I have 1 box left, and okay. The reason I have a box left, one of our contestants, that's not a good way to say it, one of the people who commented and was picked was not a subscriber and did not get a hold of me either. I gave her plenty of time and she has not gotten a hold of me. Everybody else, your boxes are on the way, but this one did not. So hold on a minute and I'm going to show you who we picked for the last box. Okay, you ready? So I went ahead and picked another winner, and the winner I picked is Christy Turley. And I hope that you guys can see that I picked Christy Turley. She said, I usually make for my family and friends, and if I have things left over, I donate to my kids' school. And that was the day that I went through all of the soft stuff from my craft fair and all of that, and that was the comment for that day. So Christy Turley, email me please at fiberflooziecrafts@gmail.com and get me your address and I will send you your box. Okay, so congratulations, Christy. What did I finish? I finished Mr. Fiber's hat. So here is his hat, and this took me a little while, but there's a reason. So this was simply a knit 3, purl 3 hat. So it's a ribbed hat, goes all the way from the bottom all the way to here. I started down here and went up to here, and here's how the top finished out. Here's a close-up of the colors and how they look. See that ribbing? And he wanted this really long. Do I have a tape measure here? Because he rolls it up. So this one is 13 inches long, and he rolls it up like this, and that's how he wears it. And he absolutely loves this hat. And he said, yeah, he had another hat that he was wearing out here that I had made him. It was a marled hat also, but it wasn't as long. And he made that his truck hat. So he put that in his truck so that he could have it at work, because a lot of times he has to go out and help people with put windshield wipers on, or to put a new battery in and out. And so now he can wear that hat and he'll have it in his truck so he can throw it on and go out and do that. And then he said this one's for here, because he wears one all the time here when he is outside, when it's cold. So that's that. So I was talking to my daughter. Oh, and I was going to show you, I'm fixing to have to, these are the socks that I had made him. And I have done some repairs on these already. This one has a repair in the toe right there. Can y'all see that? And now I'm going to have to repair the heel. We got a hole in the heel now. So, he's definitely knit worthy. I thought there was something in there. There's a sticker inside there. I could feel that with my hand. So yeah, these are his, he used to call these his racing socks because he had a racing pod that he had built, and he wore these to control the pedals. But he wears, these are his house socks, really. He wears these around the house. So this one's looking good. I'm going to check it over and make sure. I've already repaired this one here too. But, so now I've got to repair that one. But I wanted to show you this time what I'm going to repair with. So I decided this time we're going to use thread. So this is kind of a metallic thread, and it's tightly spun. And I don't know, it came from Ben Franklin for $1.70 way back in probably the 70s. And this was my mother-in-law's, this was in her stash. And I decided, you know, this is probably going to be the best thing for repairs. So it's pretty thin, but it's like a gold, see? And it says it's a fill, or what do you call that kind of threads? Like a filigree kind of thing? I don't know. I can't see underneath that. But that's what I'm going to repair it with, is needle and actual thread. That will be stronger. So that's in the works. Okay, let me see. Oh, I have a card. So I've got a card from Kathy in Massachusetts. And it says, oh, it says, joy to the world. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, be blessed. Let every heart prepare him, and heaven and nature sing. Hugs, Mimi Cat Do. Thank you, Mimi. And she sent me some tea. It's apple and cranberry. Apple and cranberry tea. Thank you, Mimi, for thinking of me. I really appreciate that. And y'all go check out her channel. Mimi Cat Do 65 is her channel. So I'll try to link that below. Thank you, Mimi. That's very sweet. I love it. Okay, so I also got the Willow Yarns catalog. We'll look at that in a minute. And do y'all recognize the bag? Anybody? Anybody? This bag is from Donna, it's Donna Hurley. She is part of Hurley's Hand Dyed. Y'all have heard me talk about them. And she is Crystal Skye'S Hand Dyed on Etsy, and I will leave her link. And so I do want to say that if any of you are in this club, that you may want to fast forward for a little bit, because this is the monthly mini mystery club. from Donna. So let's see what we got. So here is my bag. Here is a little card. The color of the month is sapphire blue. That sounds good. And here's the little goodie bag. It's got Christmas trees on it. That's fun. So this is the one for December. And Donna, you've got me hooked on these now. I love these. These are sugar-free. And this one is berry blue, and I haven't tried this one yet. So I need to give these a try. And oh, and then the mints. These are so good. And her card. And a new magnet. It's a Christmas magnet. How cute. How cute is that? Nice goodie bag. So this is going in my water because I think, isn't this the one? Yes, see, these are, I've got to try to find those. I don't know. For some reason, I haven't seen them. Maybe we just don't have them here in my area. I haven't been able to find them yet. So again, this is the Mystery Monthly. Monthly Mystery Mini Skein Club. Look at those. Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh, I like all of those. So she says the color is called sapphire blue. This one is fun, and of course I got it on Sparkle. Oh. Look at these. Here's one with the greens and the purples. Pinks and blues. This one is a speckle. It's got blues and little yellow and red and some speckles in there. That's pretty too. And here is a blue and teal. Ooh, that's pretty. And then this one has pinks and purple. Oh my gosh, this is another speckle. Oh, that's pretty too. I like all of them. It's got some peach in there. You see the peach? That's pretty. So let me put them. Can y'all see them now? Pretty, pretty, pretty. Ooh, I like them. I like them a lot. Thank you, Donna. I will leave her information down below for you so you all can go and see about that. I'm not remembering right now. Excuse me, I'm not remembering right now how much that mystery club was. I'd have to check. So I'll try to remember. Oh, got the hiccups. I'll try to remember and link that below for you. And I got my premiere order. You know, I could tell you that this is all Ross's fault. But honestly, it's my fault. But Ross did show it, so I had to go look because it was new. So this was the Premier Anti-Pilling Everyday DK Merino blend. And I got Cloudy Day, Goldenrod, and Cerulean. I'll have to have some more cerulean. That's my favorite color in the whole world is cerulean. Most of you think it's teal, which cerulean honestly is a tealy blue, but it's more blue than teal. I love teal. Absolutely love teal. But my very most favorite color is cerulean. So, it says here that they were $5.99. But I'm thinking that was a sale price. I'm thinking they're normally $7.99 and I got them for $5.99. Don't quote me on that. Alright, so this is the cerulean. This is the goldenrod. That's blowing out just a touch because it's a bright color, but it's actually more gold than it looks there. You're seeing it looks more, oh, can you see the gold in that? It's really pretty. And this is a Cloudy Day, so it's kind of a, you know, like a steely blue. It's actually more towards like a washed out denim color. Smells like new yarn. Okay, these are 273 yards, 250 meters, 3.5 ounces, and 100 grams. They are 55% superwash merino and 45% of anti-pilling acrylic. Amazing. They feel super, super good. So these are a number 3. They're a DK. Oh, they feel really good. Y'all are going to like this. Now, if you're not allergic to wool, you're going to like it. That's really nice. So they're recommending a G-hook 4mm and a 5 or 3.75mm knitting needle. Made in Turkey. So there's the 3 colors that I've put together. I think these would go really nice together in a project. I'm trying to be more project cautious, whatever, because I want to try and have something like this on my shelf where which is what I plan to do with my yarn as I reorganize. And that is to get these and put them in a bag where they're ready to go for a project. So I have a 3 skein project ready to go. Awesome! Okay, now on the hat front, Chelsea has gotten me some orders. I have orders to do. So let me tell you the first one. On the first one, I'm using this Joy DK. And Chelsea got this for me in Louisiana at her Michael's. So this is Michael's Loops and Threads. And she got this for me there, and it was the one where she was taking me around and showing me the yarn, and I was picking stuff out. It's before I went to Colorado. Now Joy DK is 273 yards, 3.5 ounces, 250 meters, and 100 grams. It's a number 3 DK, and it is 100% acrylic. And the colors I'm using are Wild Berry and Summit. So, Wild Berry, and Summit. And I'm holding them together for another hat. So this is the first of 2 that she has got orders for. So here's how this one is looking. So I've done the rib section here, and now I've started on the section that's going to be cables. So you really can't see them right now, but I've just started the cable section. And so the cables will run all the way up until I decrease. And I just am loving, see, I've just started getting back into the reds again, that redder color. So I'm loving how this color is looking. And I love to marl the fabric. It's just one of my favorite things to do. I would marl everything. If I had my way, everybody gets sparkle too. So that's hat number 1. Now, I will be making another hat, and hat number 2 is going to be the Main Street, Shiny and Soft. Now, as you know, Miss Penny from Penny Ann's Creation and I were buying all of these from DBNY, and I know a lot of you got some of them. Discontinued yarns, and I'm going to pair it with the Serenity sock, and this one is black. Those are the requested colors. So those are the 2 projects that I'm going to be doing right now. Okay, what else? Look at my notes. Oh, I need to put some pictures in here for you. I did get a few pictures taken of the girls got their pocket shawls. So I'm going to go ahead and put those pictures in for you, and so I'll see you back in a minute. Okay, they turned out really good, and both girls absolutely loved them. So they were a lot of fun to make, and I will put the information about which pattern I used down below. It was the original pattern, which was Not Yourself Out, I think. And I say it was the original. I realize this is not an original pattern, but it was the one that got put up on Facebook, and this was the one the girls that had made their comments on, and Carrie had posted it in the group, and so I went ahead and made that version. So yeah, they really, really, and I'm still working on some secret things for them, and yeah, they're not done yet, and I'll have pictures there when I do. Okay, so that is about all I have. I did want to make one more comment as far as prizes. So I did mention in my description box down below all of the videos for the Christmas giveaway, that if it was a international winner, in other words outside of the contiguous USA, that would be a gift card and not a prize package, because the last package I sent overseas, I mean, it's costing between $65 and $100 to send a box over there. And most of what I put in the box is not going to be worth that. So why would you spend more on the box than what's in it? So it's difficult for me to, I don't really need to make excuses. But I did put that down below. So just so you know, at least at the moment, I will only be shipping boxes to the US. Now, if you win anything, it will go to you in the form of a gift card if you are overseas. I'm very sorry about that. I would love to be able to send things to people who I know can't get stuff from here. Like, you know, they cannot get some magazines, and I'd love to send those. They can't get some of the yarns, and I'd like to send that. So, you know, I don't know what to tell you other than that's the best I can do right now. Yeah. Now, here's the next thing I wanted to announce to you guys. And we're gonna go through this Willow book too while we talk, because some of the things I want to now talk about for next year, and that will be, this week was a little hard for me to get a video out to you because of what I was going through. I was just very tired, and then on top of that, losing the dog was just really hard on me. So I just was not able to get a podcast out any sooner. But I will be continue back to my podcast on Tuesdays. And then I will continue to have my live on Saturday, which would be at 10 a.m. on Central Standard Time on Saturday. And then all of the other days will be things related to whatever I'm doing, whether it's the tutorials, whether I throw up a review. I want to try to get things a little more scheduled for you so you kind of know what to expect. And then there'll be just some other things in between too. There will still be giveaways here on the podcast. However, we're going to only have them monthly. There will only be one giveaway per month on the channel. But I want that to be here because I want to make sure that I treat you guys well for treating me so well and getting me to where I am now. 2 years in October, and I'm now monetized. I am now at about 1,300, getting really close to 1,400 subscribers, and I just want to thank all of you. And so here's the new thing. And I will probably do a separate video for this, but I am going to start a Patreon account. So I've already created, going to have 4 tiers for you. I have already created those. And you are going to be able to get into Patreon as a supporter of my channel for as little as $1 a month. And I wanted to make sure I did that so that some of you who are unable to do more, that you will still get some goodies for being a member of the Patreon. I'm going to leave all of that information when I do the video announcement and explain it to you guys. But there's some really good stuff coming. There's some really fun things coming, and there's going to be some exclusive giveaways and things over there that you are not going to get here. So be looking for that, and I will probably launch it the first week, well, next week. First week of January is when I plan to launch it. So it's coming. It's time to do something. So I also want to thank my daughter Carrie, because she helped me to set up the tiers. It was during COVID, and she was, you know, she was like, well, I'm just sitting here. So I was like, okay, let's do this. And so we FaceTimed and we went through it all, and she helped me with the wording, and she is really good at the media stuff. So I am very thankful that she did that with me. And I've had lots of input from both of my girls. Chelsea has helped me tremendously. We still have until January the 8th, I think, to order t-shirts. If you have not ordered a t-shirt with my logo on it, we still have time for that too. Okay, what's on sale at Willow Yarns? So the last 2 pages of the Willow catalog usually are your sales. I know this video is going to be long, and I'm not going to apologize for that, because it's been a while since we've had this sit-down stuff. So I hope y'all enjoy it. So they've got their Willow Drift on sale for 43% off, and it is a number 3 weight. They've got it from $6.99 down to $3.99, and they've got, here's some colors here. 6 colors, and that's a 70% superwash wool and 30% bamboo. I just might have to get some of that. They've done a shrug in that, and they've done a shawl in it. So the shrug and the shawl right here, those were done with that yarn. They have the Bergier de France Toison, which is Toison, 50% off, so from $5.99 down to $2.99. Now that one is 77% acrylic and 20% wool and 3% polyamide, and it's a little bit of a fuzzy yarn. It looks like it's a 5 weight, so $2.99, and it's got 76 yards, and there's 5 colors, all solids. Then they have the Willow Down, which is 89% bamboo and 11% nylon. It's 33% off, and it's a number 5, and it has 60 yards, but they're $1.99 a ball, so may have to get some of that, because that's a good price on a number 5 weight. Now they have the Bergier de France Bizarrelle, which is 60% off. Now that one's a 2 weight, a sport weight. It's 55% cotton, 36% linen, and 9% viscose. So if you're looking for a natural fiber yarn, which is a lighter version, that's real pretty. It's $5.99 and it was $14.99. So it's 426 yards. So if you were looking to make a natural version of a shawl, natural fiber version, That'd be a good one. And they have the Unique, which is H-U-E, unique, 55% off from $17.95 down to $7.99. And these are pretty colors. Look at those down there. That's a number 5 weight. That's an Ella Ray. And then they have their Berger de France Recyclane. Down from $8.99 to $3.99. It is a number 6 weight. 76 yards, which is pretty good for a 6. 40% acrylic, 25% recycled acrylic, 20% recycled wool, 10% other fibers, 5% polyamide. It's 100 grams, but 76 yards. $3.99. And on this side, now I want to say I have some of that Glacier yarn already. It's real pretty. I do. I have the whole palette. It's back down to $1.99. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 for $12. It's 50% off. And it's a number 4 weight. It is 50% wool, 25% acrylic, and 25% nylon. And they made a shawl out of it, this Lucinda shawl. Yeah, it was $3.99. It's down to $1.99. They're 50 grams, so they're a smaller skein, and they have 98 yards. But if you figure 100 grams and almost 200 yards, it would be $4. So that's what you would figure if you're thinking about another yarn. And this is much softer. It's wool acrylic nylon. It's much softer, much prettier. As a kind of, it's got a touch of a sheen to it, but it's not like shiny. I'm looking because I'm looking right at it over there. They have their Berger de France Fileco acrylic, recycled wool, recycled polyamide, number 4 weight. They've got, it's $1.99 a ball, 87 yards for a 4 weight. The Willow Quill is 40% off. It's a sport weight. They've got lots of pretty colors, more of a rainbow of colors there. Now it's 50% acrylic, 25% superwash, and 25% alpaca. $2.39 down from $3.99 to $2.39. And it's, like I said, it's a sport weight. They have their Willow Quest, 50% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 25% bamboo. I'm trying to think if I have any of that. I'm not sure if I have any of this one. They have 6 colors. One of them is a variegated. And now that one, that's a number 1 fine yarn. But it's $4.89. And you get 462 yards. So it's a sock weight. But it would be pretty for shawls. So they have their Berger de France Twist, which is 40% off. It's a number 4 weight, and these are a variegated or a marled, speckly marl. It's a mix of colors. It's a wool blend. It's a tweedy nuance. So 52% wool, 48% acrylic. They're from $7.99 down to $4.79. They have 87 yards of a number 4 weight. So it's only 40% off. So, but those are really pretty. Really pretty colors. And then that's their Plume yarn, 62% off for number 5. This looks like a lot like the Yarn Bee. It's a fuzzy yarn, lot like it. It's a number 5, $2.99 down from $7.99, and it's got a halo, Christy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's got 8 colors. 47% polyamide, 42% acrylic, and 11% combed wool. So there's that one. So that's the sale from Willow. I wanted to be sure and show you guys that. There's a lot of really pretty new projects in here. I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but some very, very pretty stuff in here. Some of them are the same ones that were in there before, but there's some new projects. They've got new colors in the hot cakes. The hot cakes are $75.25, and they're a number 4. And they are $12.99 for a cake. And they've got a picture of a shawl that they did in that one. Very pretty. Very pretty. Okay. I'm pretty sure that that's all. Not positive, but pretty sure. What am I going to do for next year? We'll talk some more about that in the next video. So, thank you for being here. Please hit the thumbs up. Please hit the subscribe and the notification bell. I know that I get a lot more views from those who hit the bell, where they remember and they get notified. I get more views from those, so it means that you guys are more accustomed to getting the notifications. So I hope that you will turn the bell on. I would appreciate that. And again, thank you for a really wonderful year. I'm going to sit down and do a little bit more of a wrap up, and we'll talk about it again. So anyway, I'm going to quit now because I know it's a long video, and I just want you guys to know how much I really, really appreciate you. And have fun today. See you later.